Good morning, student. This is the practical of object-oriented programming using C++. Today we will see the practical number 6, that is program to implement classes and object. First we will see the practical significance. The classes and objects help to represent real-life entity with different attributes and related member functions. Now we will see the program outcomes which are relevant to this practical, that is a basic knowledge, discipline knowledge, experiment and practice, engineering tools and communication. After this practical, you will able to define real life entity into classes and object. You can define and use classes and object, compile the program and debug and execute the program. The relevant course outcome of this practical is develop C++ program using classes and object. Now practical outcome is what? You can write, compile, debug, execute simple C++ program using classes and object. So for executing this practical, you have some minimum theoretical background like class. So what is class? Class is a user defined data type which holds its own data members and associated member functions which can be accessed and used by creating an instance of that class. Now what is object? An object is an instance of a class. When a class is defined, no memory is allocated, but when it is initiated, memory is allocated. So here is a syntax to declare a class. So class is a keyword. After that we can write the class name by using any identifier. Now access specifier, it may be a private, public or protected. Now data members of the class means a variables which will be used in the program. Now member function, and after that closing curly bracket and semicolon. This is the declaration of class. Now how to declare object? So when a class is defined, only the specification for that object is defined. No memory or storage is allocated. To use the data and access functions defined in the class, you need to create objects. So here is the syntax to declare a object. Class name, object name. So here example, if we have declared class having student name as a student, then this is the declaring the object, that is a student std. Now std is the object of class student. Now accessing data members and member function. So how to access data members and member functions which are declared in the class? The data members and member function of a class can be accessed using dot operator and with the object. So for example, if the name of the object is std here and you want to access the member function with the name getData, then we can call this function by using std.getData. Now this std is the object of the class and getData is a member function of that class. Now member functions in classes. So we can define member function inside the class also or outside the class also. Here we will see the syntax of both type. First we will see the inside class definition. So class name. Now here we can write the function name with the parameter list. Also we can write the return type. After that body of the function, and then we can close the class and semicolon. If we want to declare if we want to define the function outside the class, then the syntax is return type class name. After that scope resolution operator, that is a 2 colons, then function name and in bracket list of the parameters. After that in the opening and closing curly bracket, we can write the body of the function. Now this is the minimum requirement for this practical. Now resources used, as we discussed in the first practical, you can write the specification, operating system and software is given in this table. So in this resources used, we can write this specification into this table. Now we will see the practical related question. So first question is, what is the difference between struct and class in C++? So we will see the difference. So structure is a collection of different data type, where class is a collection of similar data type. Here structure keyword is used in the class keyword is used, and that data hiding is not achieved in the structure, but data hiding is achieved in the classes. So classes is a collection of object. Now the second question, here is some code is given. The output of that code is, or the correct answer of this question is, compile time error. And now the third question, state true or false. Data item in C++ class are by default public. So it is a false. Why false? Because data items in C++ class are by default private, not the public. So the answer of this third question is a false. Now we will see the exercise question. The first question is, write a C++ program to declare a class book having data members, book name, author and price. Access and display data for book having maximum price. So to write this program, first you have to create one class, and the name of the class is a class book. After that, in opening bracket, you can write the data members book name as a character book name. After that, character author and float price. After declaring the data members, you can define here one function, that is a void get data. Into that function we can take the input for the book name, author and price from the user. After getting that information, you can close this data member function. Now again, to display the function we need another member function. So for that purpose we will take the void display function, and by using the display function and cout statement, we can display all the book names, author and price. After that, close the class declaration. Next, you have to write the main function. Into that main function, first we have to create the object of the class book. So book B. Now by using this object B, we have to call two member functions, that is a b dot get data and b dot display, and after that we can close the main function. This is the program for first question. Now second is a write a C++ program to declare a class staff having data members name, basic salary, DA, HRA and calculate gross salary. Accept and display data for one staff. So where DA is a 74.5 of basic, HRA is a 30% of basic, and gross salary is a basic plus HRA plus DA. So for that purpose you have to declare one class name as a staff. After that you can declare the data members, that is a character name, double salary, float gross salary, DA and HRA. After that, in a public section you can define data member function, that is a void get, to get the information from the user, that is a by using the cin function you can take the value for the employee or staff name, basic salary, DA and employee name and salary, basic salary only. Then we can write another member function, that is a void display function. Into that we have to calculate the DA, that is the DA equal to 74.5 into basic salary. Same like HRA equal to 0.30 into basic salary. After that we will get the DA and HRA. Then we have to add basic salary, HRA and DA to get the gross salary. After that, by using the cout function we can display the name of the staff, also DA, HRA and gross salary of that employee. Then you can close the function class definition. After that write the void main function. Into that void main function, create the object of class staff, that is a staff S. Then by using the object, you can call both the member function, that is the s dot get data and s dot display. So this is the solution for the second question. Now what is the third question? This is the program code and we have to write the output of this program. So output of this program is so see here, class empty void main empty a comma b. So here nothing is defined into the class, so we cannot create the object of that class. So it will give the output as a illegal structure operation. So this is the illegal structure operation. Now second question. So here in the rectangle class, width and height is declared as a data members, set value and area, these both are the member functions. Now this area returns the width into height. After that, in the void main, we are passing the 3 and 4 value for the width and height respectively. So here it will calculate 3 into 4, that is a 12. Now the output of this program is area colon 12. Area equal to 12. So this is the end of this practical number 6.